All right. Greetings, everyone. I got this going on behind me, just trying to see if it's gonna. Yep. It's going. All right. That was test one. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to IG and go live here. All right. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to the Astrodite Den. I am Gigi Robinson. I am the owner and founder of IAMLIVINGALIGNED.com, which is my online activation community where we discuss all things intuitive astrology, all things dealing with womb healing, all things dealing with plant and spirit medicine. Okay, so starting on Friday, some Fridays, I don't know if I'm gonna be doing every Friday, so please don't hold me to it, but I am definitely testing out a new software. I'm testing some things out, you know what I'm saying, leveling up the business, and I want to start to engage with YouTube as well as Instagram a little bit more on live. So this is my test. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be doing some live readings today. I've already sent out to the subscribers to my text line. So if you are not a subscriber to my text line, I will let you guys know how to become a subscriber to my text line. I may even put it in the little tagline, wherever that little thing is down there, so you guys can get in. But so that you can kind of be aware of the days that I am going to be going live, so that you can also, you know, if you want to, you know, participate, if you want to get a live reading, you can, because I do send out notifications so you guys can book those in advance, so that when I am doing these live readings, you can be a part of it. Now, as I'm doing this, I'm not mentioning any names. Okay, so the people who have signed up for the readings today, they have a number. Okay, they've also sent me their chart information as well, and they've also sent me details about what it is that they want to know about when it comes down to stuff that's going on with their chart. So I'm going to use the information that they sent me today to give them some insight on some things that they should be looking into or studying or using as a tool, as a resource, as they are navigating those things. Okay, now I do have, I think I have 4. So depending on how time goes, I may go ahead and open up for those other 3 slots. So if there are anybody that's watching live here on YouTube as well as on Instagram, I believe, let me check Instagram and see if you guys are here. Let's see. Okay, I see some people over there. I think it's a little bit of lag time on that side. So if you guys are commenting, I'm not going to be able to see the comments immediately on Instagram. All right, so but you guys can definitely leave me some comments. So if you have any feedback to what I'm saying to the people that I'm giving readings to, as well as if you want to just make a comment, period, you can leave it here, and when I jump back and forth between the 2 screens, that way I'll see your messages, and then I'll feedback on you guys. But I see you guys, so you're here. Hey, Nostalgia, thank you, my love, for giving me that to let me know that you are here. Okay, so we're going to get started because I don't plan on being on here long. Your girl got some plans. Okay, all right, so number 1. Hey, Kelly. All right, so number 1. All right. Okay, number 1, this is yours. We are starting at 413 timestamp. Okay, just so you'll know for number 1. Right now, number 1, based on the things that you sent to me, which you and I both know, you have a lot of energy that's being stirred up in your 7th house dynamic. You have Mars in Aries that is in the 7th house. So that energy right now, especially, girl, we just went through this super full moon, hunter's moon, You know what I'm saying? That was all about you. That was all about your energy and this dynamic of like your movement. So I'm pretty sure, over the last couple of days, you may have been feeling like just, maybe feeling stuck or feel like you ready to make some moves. But at the same time, Mars right now is in Cancer. So even though we want to make some moves or make some things happen, the energy right now is having us to be still. So having that Mars in Aries, I would say, baby girl, right now it's time for you to employ patience like none other. Okay. I know you want some things to change. I know you want some things to move, but right now concerning things, especially if it has anything to do with like movement or anything to do with like relationship, sexual energy, right? Which we're going to get into a little bit more of that, in a second. But right now, just employ patience. Okay. Work on the things you can work on within yourself, the things that you're not able to work on. Don't get aggravated. Don't cause no stir. Don't start no fights, okay? Because things are not going your way. Because the fact that it is in Aries, right? Aries sometimes can be the baby, all right? It is the baby of the zodiac, so it has every reason to be that, okay? But being that baby sometimes can spark impulsiveness, which impulsiveness with good intention is always great. So you can ride your impulsiveness while you are, waiting on patience for other parts of your life, but be mindful of also having temper tantrums, because that's another side of the Aries dynamic, especially right now in this sector we're in, as we are leaving this Libra quote unquote Aries season, going into the Scorpio dynamic. We're feeling some things. We have been in the North Node of Aries for the last 2 years, which has also been an up and down roller coaster. We had major retrogrades this year in Aries, so we just a lot of stuff. Okay, Chiron right now is still in Aries, so all of these things that are still currently happening in Aries is still happening in and around those placements that you specifically asked about. Okay, so that Mars and Aries, just be patient. Be patient with it. Be creative. Work on the details of some of the plans that you do want to happen. Right, the things that you want to change right now. Maybe this is also an opportunity for the universe, is giving you the opportunity to kind of sit down, slow down, and kind of maybe look at it from a different angle. Because maybe something that you're asking for that you want to change right now, you don't know that you think that's what you want, but you're not sure. Okay, so just spend some more time with it. Sometimes when we have our Aries placements, our vision is keen, right? Oh my God, it's so big, it's so huge, and people don't really understand what it is that we're saying. Okay, so in order for you to clarify and make sure that the universe is on the same page with you, maybe some details you missing. Okay, I would say really work on that, especially like today. Today is like perfect energy because we're coming out of this full moon energy. And even though the moon is in Taurus today, it is still very much it's potent. Okay, this is some potent energy. You know what I'm saying? For the next 6 months, really potent. But the most potent energy of this full moon Aries energy is right now. So use that. Now we look at that as it relates to like your 7th house dynamic. This energy could be also affecting your relationship if you are in a relationship, because you didn't give me those details. So if you are in a relationship, this could be causing a little bit of turbulence. It could be causing some argumentative energy. You know what I'm saying? You could be saying some things. They could be saying some things to you, okay? Because having Mars in Aries in that 7th house energy means that sometimes, you know what I'm saying, it could get a little rough. It could get a little pushy. You know what I'm saying? Get a little, but all with intention, right? You want a relationship that is movement, and is about movement. So if you, again, are in a relationship and it is caused some part of some stall in your life, okay, or in the dynamic within the relationship, again, employ patience, but also, look at it from a perspective of, slow down and listen. You know what I'm saying? Go to your partner and employ more communication, right? And say the things that you need to say, but at the same time, it's how you say it. So if you feel like you still got some heat behind it, baby, pull that thing back a little bit, rest on it, you know what I'm saying? And really get the details of what it is that you're really trying to say, so that when you do go and have the conversations to improve and to make the moves that you want to make in your relationship, they can be heard. Because also sometimes when that Aries do get irritated, we get whiny, okay? And when I mean I am an Aries, but I'm also talking about everybody, okay? Wherever your Aries placements are, if you hear yourself and you say, "Ooh, I sound a little whiny," that's your Aries, okay? That's your baby, your bratty, okay? All of that is in there. Now, there's some other placements that also get a little bratty, but this dynamic for sure, all right? So that's the energy that you want to just kind of focus on. baby girl, when it comes down to that. And I promise you, between now and March of 2025, the amazing things that you will see within your relationship dynamics, again, whether you're in a relationship or not. If you're not in a relationship and you're dating or you're in situationships, let me look at something else. Okay, possibly. You could possibly be in a situationship. Okay. So if you're in a situationship, that's also something to just, again, employ patience, work on the dynamics of what you really do want when it comes down to relationships, and then have the necessary conversations, but also stand on your words, stand on your boundaries when it comes down to that. Because I see you got, Venus and Taurus, so that could make you go back and forth from waivers sometimes, on of certain things, right? So work on that, work on what it is that you really see for yourself, keen for yourself. And again, give it some months, give it some months to work on, especially if it's a relationship that you are benefiting from, it's giving you something, okay? Then give it some time, okay? Work on it, work within yourself. I always tell people all the time, like, self-care is the best care you can do, right? Instead of working on somebody else giving those things to you, the more you put into you, the more you become a magnet of the things that you want. So you putting in energy to yourself allows other people to see how you treat yourself. And it also gives a prescription of what you want. So people like, oh, I see what it is that she, what she doing. And then they can follow suit on that. Okay. All right. No, exactly. It's not what you want, ideally, but I'll put it for example for this, right? In situations such as these, but really like looking at this particular chart and example, being that it's Aries that we're talking about, situationships ain't necessarily the ideal of what you want, but you can do it, okay? Yes, you will. Yes, you have, okay? Because sometimes the situation that we're talking about, right, is something that we want. You know what I'm saying? Not all relationships has to have all the parts to it. Sometimes you only want one part, and that one part may be a situationship because maybe the details are not so clear. You know what I'm saying? Which again, Aries is prone to that. Why is Aries of energy prone to that, especially Mars and Aries, because it is sometimes going to jump ahead, you know what I'm saying, versus sitting down, looking at the details, looking at if this is really what it wants. It's jumping sometimes prior to knowing all the details. So sometimes situationships will ensue, but it's still never too late for you to sit down and figure out what it is that you need to do for you or what you want for you as it relates to how you want to move forward. Okay. All right, my love, tell me how that was for you. Okay, send me a message. You need to comment below or send me a private message and let me know, if you got any questions about what I said for you or whatever. You want to know something else, you want to wait until next week when we do it again. I would love to give you more details, but you're going to be beautiful. Okay, I'm looking at other areas of your chart. Definitely some things that you're working on within yourself. But overall, for that particular question you asked me, baby, yes, by March of next year, that thing will be butter. Okay. All right. Moving on to number 2. All right, number 2. Let me look at something. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. Okay, number 2. So, with you looking at your Okay. So, even though I know some of your questions or your question was mainly about your solar year coming up, realistically, you already in your solar year, okay? And when I mean you already in your solar year, because of the fact today, as a matter of fact, Venus moved into Sag, okay? When Venus moved into Sag, when I tell you we all took a deep breath and was like, hallelujah. You hear me? That is the energy that we're now starting to walk into. So with that Venus being in Sag, it is cushioning all the parts of you that is ready to like take off, or the parts of you that's ready to expand, the parts of you that's ready to like get deeper into education and travel, like all the parts of you that are just like really ready. Today started that juiciness of it. So I ain't no waiting until the birthday. Okay, the birthday is today. Okay, you starting with today and now moving on into that. This is definitely going to be some good times between now leading into your birthday. Next year definitely going to be more focused on like your career, the position of how you're really employing yourself when it comes down to your career perspectives, only because we're moving into a dynamic of Virgo and Pisces in our North Node perspective. So those things are going to shift us into like more work, more details, getting our body together even more, working on our habits, working on the things, our escapism and all those things. So within the coming months, you're going to start to like weed out some things in your life. Maybe you have been doing all the time and now those things are changing. So some of your habits are changing, are going to be changing. But right now, from this point, and so as we move into the actual December time frame, I'm saying, it's going to be really, really good because it's all Venus that's kissing you in a multitude of ways. When I say a multitude, it's kissing you in 5 ways, okay? And I want them kisses, okay? So I'm going to go over and try to juice up my Sag energy too. I only got one placement in Sag. I don't got as much as you got. But the energy is definitely is giving you some much needed renewedness of energy. Now, you may seem bored more, okay? Like, you may already be feeling bored, but as we're starting to, get into the weeks or whatever, your energy of boredom will kick in because adventure is like really starting to set in. So if it's been a while since you've taken trips or planned some trips out, now would be a good time to get that bucket list together or rework that bucket list. Maybe you had some plans, you know what I'm saying, before today, okay, of the list of the things that you want to do or places you want to go. I think you should sit down again, okay, and see what's brewing now, because the energy that's now brewing is definitely giving you so much energy, okay? And in that vibration, you can then take that and, like I said, step into the magic now. I know our birthday is the highest point of magic for us. I know some of us know this, you know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, the day of your birthday is like, if you say, well, when am I the most magical ever? Okay. You the most magical ever on the day you most magically came in here and at the most magical time. Okay. Now, a lot of people ask me, it's like, well, what if I'm not living in the same time zone that I was born in? Now, I would say that's double whammy for me, right? Because what I do is I always, use the energy of my exact time in that time zone, you know what I'm saying? No matter where I am. So I celebrate it on that initiation, but then I also celebrate for the other time zones too, right? Put that energy in because it's magnetism that we're talking about. It's attraction, okay? And it's your highest level of attraction is on your birthday at your portal, your birthday time. But the thing I love about the universe is that it's always giving us an opportunity to be blessed. It's always giving us an opportunity to be like kissed and all kinds of things, right? And this is one of them opportunities where, I don't think it's coincidence that this is that big number for you that you sent in, you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's coincidence because the energy that is lending itself to this year, oh my God, it's beautiful and it's amazing because of, again, the ways in which it is applying itself to you. Now, because all that Sagittarius energy, this Venus Sag that we're talking about now is in your 5th house, this is the time for stage, okay? So this is the time to, get in your quote unquote Leo perspectives, 5th house Leo perspective, get creative, get fun, you know what I'm saying? Let us see you more, you know what I'm saying? You already doing it, right? So this is the reason why this energy is starting to like ramp up in you. Starting to ramp up in you is because of all these placements are starting to come together. You got this amazing trine of energy that's coming together in the 5th house and is saying, we're going to lend ourselves, we're going to lend our cameras to you. We're going to lend the energy, the applause, the, show us what you got energy. This is the thing that we're lending to you for you to be able to use it in whatever way that you see it. And because if there's some ways in which you have been hiding or shy or like not trusting yourself, like this is the time that everything is like letting you know, not like no, you got it, right? Also too, you have a lot of energy as it relates to like people you study with, you know what I'm saying? The classes that you've taken, the credentials that you have, right? And because you have all this stuff, sometimes it can kind of like jumble together sometimes. But this is the point of time where you really, because we're talking about the 5th house stage perspective of it, this is the time where you take all those gifts, talents, classes, things that you've taken and now employ them into who you really are, right? Now is the time for you to really show on all levels across the board what these tools and resources have done for you. And because of that, now you have a whole new community that's saying, hey, man, I've been waiting on you to share that story. I've been waiting on you to talk about that because I ain't never heard it from that perspective, right? Sometimes we get discouraged because we think something is already being done. And yeah, there's a whole lot of burgers being made out here, but it's the different hands that's making them, right? So it's the same thing for you. If you ever get in your mindset and think that that's already being done, it's not being done your way, okay? So in starting today, leading all the way up until your birthday on through, It's going to be all this amazing energy downloads. Do this, work on this. You know what I'm saying? Show this. What about this? What about that? So having you some type of a way of catching these things, journal, writing them down, voice notes, you know what I'm saying? So much is coming through, so much expansion, so much opportunity as well. So even some people that you haven't heard from in a long time are going to come back into your vibration. Why? Because your radar is stronger. Okay. And not only is your radar stronger, some of those people that you may have not heard from in 5 to 10 years, they've been working on themselves too in a different type of way. And some of the tools and resources that you guys have right now are connecting. Okay. So don't necessarily shut the doors down if something may have happened in the past that kind of gave you a little ick. Okay. Now it's time for you to readdress that little ick and like, what was that ick about? Okay. And let them come back in and then readjust and see what opportunities, because it's going to be in some type of form of opportunity. Now you do get to choose whether or not this is an opportunity that you want to take. It's your birthday. Okay. But at the same time, I want you to reassess it with new lens and not necessarily look at it from a perspective of like, am I falling for the old trick? Right? No, there's no falling for the old trick with this particular perspective, because it's expansion we're talking about. It's Venus, it's values, it's foundations, it's money, it's relationships, it's all those things, but it's with Sag, right? Which is saying go long. I'm gonna haul this ball to you, but you gotta go long for it. Okay. So you can't be afraid to take a little risk with this. Okay. One of the things that's going to set you on a trajectory of knowing that you're in the right space is your spiritual practice. Anytime we're talking about Sag and expansion, we're also talking about the balance of how we not only know our spiritual practices, but how often we do them. Okay, are we disciplined to our spiritual practices? Right? Don't matter what your religion is, no matter what your spiritual practice is. Are you disciplined to that? Okay, are you making sure that you're getting up and doing your morning salutations when it comes down to doing your practices? All of that stuff is extremely important right now, because the more you are in tune to your spiritual practice, the more balanced you are, and the more your radar of what you're attracting is more balanced to that. I tell people all the time when they come to me and they like, oh, I want a relationship, but they be toe up from the flow up. And I'll be like, okay, so if you toe up from the flow up and everything is magnetic and we are drawing in everything, then what you think you finna draw in? You finna draw in toe up from the flow up. So I wouldn't recommend that. Now, I can't stop you from doing what you want to do, but I wouldn't recommend. So it's the same thing. So the more we develop our spiritual practices and we get keen on that, how it is that we want to live our life and how we want to be, we attract partnership, community, relationships, opportunities that are going to align with where we are on that vibration. Now, we're also going to draw things that's going to test us to get out of our comfort zones. So that's also going to happen with you, because it's so much heat and fire that's lending itself to making sure that you expand during this cycle. Okay, so it's a lot going on, girl, but it's going to be good. Okay, all good things. I don't see nothing besides the fact, watch your judgment, you know what I'm saying, of self-judgment, because when in order for Sag sometimes to expand, it has to restrict. Okay, and sometimes restriction looks like cussing yourself out, okay, or being mad or angry with yourself, or not being happy with the decision that you made. Okay, so some parts of this is going to be you also stepping into that, and also being able to like recognize that some of that energy that could be coming up could also be old wounds, old childhood stuff that you said about yourself or heard about yourself that you also need to get rid of. So just watch your self-judgment, watch your ability to like beat up on yourself. You're gonna be your worst critic. Ain't nobody got nothing on you. Okay, nobody got nothing on you. Okay, as it relates to how you treat yourself or feel about yourself. So your mirror reflection, baby, your mirror work, gonna be really important during this time period. So step that up. All right. All right, my love. That's what I got for you. It's good. If you got any questions, any further questions besides that, you know what I'm saying, let me know. You can also, comment below. Because I think you are here. I can't really see everything clearly. So if you saying something to me and I can't see you, because I can't say nothing to you, even if I could, right? But when you do, definitely get it back. If you want to come in and you want to like just say whatever it is, please let me know, and we can go further into those things. Okay. All right. Going to number 3. All right. Da-da-da. Number 3. All right. Okay. Let me look over here. All right. Okay. Anytime we're talking about moving forward, okay, to make any changes, the first thing we always want to address is our Mars energy. Okay. I'm not gonna say the first thing everybody address. I'm gonna say the first thing I address. Y'all hold on, let me get my all right. One of the first things I address is Mars. The reason why I address Mars is because we are talking about movement, right? So if we're talking about how to get from point A to point B, we have to look at how you move and how what is the vibration to that. Okay. Now, because you have Mars and Pisces, like your girl here, okay? Had to come on in here, sisters, me and you together, okay? So if I don't know nothing, I know something about that one right there. That Mars and Pisces. Oh yeah, I know something about. So let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Mars and Pisces is slow as hell. Okay, period, point blank. Okay, Mars and Pisces, you are not going to get a part Mars and Pisces person to move fast. They need some time. Okay, how much time? If you want them to go somewhere, get them a 2 hour heads up. Okay, let them know what you're doing, how you're doing, and when you're gonna do it. And if you change, please get them the heads up on that too, because any rapid changes in Mars and Pisces may get you cussed out, because we're talking about Pisces, we're talking about the old man, and we're talking about the old woman. So your movement is old man, old woman. Okay, it's slow. It needs its time. It needs its patience. So when we talk about making a move to make a change in life, it's gonna be slow. It's gonna be slow, but it's gonna be steady. Okay. Why? Because it's also wisdom. It's the elder of the zodiac. Okay. It's the last sign we go to transition. Okay. Pisces is the omega and it's the end. And then we transition back into Aries and start all over again. So when we look at the energy of how this Mars and Pisces energy is going to move, it's going to move slow. So I need you to understand that you need to have grace and patience for yourself. One of the best things I could have ever did for myself was give myself grace and patience, because in doing that, it allows you to see what it is that you're actually doing for yourself. Okay, sometimes we are just irritated because you want to move by somebody else's timestamp, but that's not how your body moves. So if you're pressuring yourself to move because you think you're supposed to be somewhere that you, for whatever reason, okay, divine timing is going to also be one of the things that you're going to want to like spend more time with. Again, Pisces is the wisdom, and because Pisces is the wisdom, it is the energy that knows that divine timing is always best. Okay, so if you want to make more moves, faster moves, you just sit down and give yourself some self-care. Okay, the only way that Pisces can move its feet faster, because the Pisces does rule the feet, right? So if you want your feet to move faster, you got to give yourself some rest. You got to take some naps. You have to stop answering the phone when people call you and say, hey, I need you, when you know you need you. Okay. Part of the energy that's going to help you to move faster into your next level of life is giving yourself the healing that you need. So, what I mean is, the reason why it has yet to happen at this point is because the first client that you're working on for this particular thing that you asked me for is you. So if you can't give yourself the time, you can't give yourself the healing and the naps and the taking care of, then that dream that you have of being a practitioner of helping others is going to be farther and farther away, because you are the model for that. They're coming to you based on what you do for yourself. So if you're not doing what you didn't do for yourself, then it's going to be far-fetched, because how are you going to get there? You are the magnet to that, right? I just got through saying we the magnet, we the magnet, we the magnet. So if you are the magnet, understand, in order for you to magnetize this practice, you have to become the practice. You have to walk in the practice. You have to say, the first person I am healing and dealing with on a one-on-one level from top to bottom is me. And from that, the attraction energy that I need to get into the movement, then Mars will get behind you a little bit more. Okay, then you'll have some other vibration getting behind you a little bit more, because then you've allowed yourself the momentum that you need. See, the thing is about our Pisces placements, and again, I'm talking to your girl here too, because that's mine. The issue with our Pisces placements is sometimes we think if we don't do it, it's not going to get done. Okay, and I'm here to tell you, from all the places where I have Pisces, that's a lie. Okay, there's multiple people, multiple things, multiple stuffs. Okay, that will come in place to get that job done. And if you don't believe me, what? Try it. Try it and see. Sit back on that thing and see what happens when somebody call you and they need you and you choose you. See what happens. Now it's gonna hurt your feelings a little bit, okay? Because you think you way more needed than you are. Okay, and I know you probably don't want to hear that. I'm so sorry. Y'all know I've, got Mercury in Aries, so sometimes I'm talking fast and sometimes I'm saying some raw stuff. Okay, that don't mean I don't love you. I'm just saying you think you're more needed than you actually are by the outside world, and you're not. You're more needed in here. So the more you spend time on recognizing that the Pisces part of you that is needed, oh my God, is you. Rest in that, and that healing is going to birth this practice. It's gonna be easy. You ain't gonna have to ever question about the speed or the movement of this, because everything that you're doing for yourself is drawing, attracting, is magnetizing every level that you need when it comes down to the type of clients, the type of business things you need, whatever it is that you're trying to figure out. It is attracting in as you are sitting down working on every detail of yourself that needs you. Okay. All right, man. Let me see. Make sure I missed anything. Oh, I did have one of the things to say, because you also have that Mars in Pisces, and it's in the 5th house. This is also the time, right? This if you talk about the energy that you're feeling, right? One of the things that's going to also help you to get into that level up of being ready to attract that energy, being in the peaceful state of it. You got to get comfortable being seen. Okay. That Pisces is sometimes so old, it don't want to deal with technology. Okay. It don't want to deal with no AI. What? I don't deal with that. I want to do nothing new. So some parts of this oldness in you, okay, doesn't want to deal with being seen or talking on platforms or sharing, because you too bogged down with how to get this done. Okay. And I don't want to know how to do that. Either find you somebody that's going to do that for you. Okay. And you can attract it because it's Pisces. So you can always scream wolf. Okay. You can always be grandmama granddaddy, somebody show up. Okay. Or you can also get in the space of, again, just really getting into the playfulness of it. You know what I'm saying? Find somebody or some energy that you can attract to that shows you a playful side of this, so that you can step in to what it's going to look like for you. Okay. Because that's also a part of it. You don't have the full details because you haven't completely worked on your healing. And you also don't have the full piece from it because you don't all the things that you know you need to do to make this happen, you're not comfortable with. So it's, as long as you're uncomfortable, it's going to stir up some energy of not being peaceful and not being grounded in what you need to do. But there's a game plan here. Okay. The game plan here, you first, your self-care first, doing what you need to do for you. And the things that you find along the way that you love while you're healing yourself, these are the things you need to employ. Okay. So my love, I don't know if you are here again. I don't know if you're on IG or you're on YouTube. Okay. But if you want to comment on the thread, please do let me know. Okay. If not, you can also send me a message. And then and if you have any questions, you can text me because you got my number. Okay. Y'all that text me today, y'all got my number. So you can text me. Yes, I do see it. Even though my assistant is also the main one that's going to be operating, I'm also on there too. I see it as well. It comes to my cell phone just like it comes to yours. I'm so excited about that. So you can also text me. Let me know if you got any questions or any additional things or whatever you want to know. Send them to me. Okay. All right. All righty here. And all right, number 4. Oh, yay! It's the birthday girl. Happy birthday, my love. First things, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Woo, woo. Okay. Happy birthday. I hope today has been amazing for you. All right, let's get into some juice school. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay. Okay. Now you already know the answer to this, but I am going to oblige you anyway. Okay. Is what you mean? If yes. Okay. That's the bottom line answer is yes. Okay. The reason why it is we are attracting, we are magnetizing, okay? And because we are attracting and we're magnetizing, this is how you know what to work on. I tell people we have multiple gifts in our lives that we will do. Okay, that's why when some people are like, oh, I feel like I'm all over the place. I'm like, no, you're not. You just got a lot of gifts and talents, and you recognize them. The things that you're supposed to do are going to stir in you the most. Okay, it's going to like you cannot put it down, or you wake up and you're thinking about it, right? If it is on your mind all the time, why do you think that is? Because the vibration and the magnetism that you have is attracting you towards it, because it is your time to do that and to go towards that. Now, what could be the stall, right? So kind of similar to what I said to the one before, right? For number 3, the stall is you are the number one. You are the first client. You are the first person that you're working on. And because you are the first person, the first client, if you never let yourself, okay, you never give yourself the permission to heal, to do the things you know you need to heal from, then the attraction towards what it is that you are providing, okay? And if you are not clear what you're providing your experience. When y'all come to class and stuff like that, how much do I tell y'all about myself? I'm using astrology and I'm using myself as an example of how this is working for me. Okay. So when it comes down to our brands and our business, we are moving into a vibration where if you are not showing the examples, if you are not living, walking, talking, breathing, sleeping, getting up, if you are not in it, your vibration is not going to show it. So we're not going to feel it. We're no longer in this age of Pisces where you can put on the suit and you can walk around and you can be like, oh, that looks like a duck. Okay. Quack like a duck. Ain't no duck in there. Okay, so we're out of that stage of being able to lie, and we see this whole year has been just exposure. And one of the things that we don't recognize in this level of exposure is that when one person is being exposed, because we are all connected, we are all being exposed. So every single last one of us is being exposed in some type of way. So when it comes down to the blocks that we're having, is because we have been lying. Okay, we have to be exposed, and part of being exposed is looking at the fact that you know that this is what you're supposed to do. You've been knowing it. Okay, me and you, you've been knowing. And again, I don't know where you at, whether you're on YouTube or IG, because I can't see nobody. Okay, but you and I know. You and I know what this is. Okay, and because it is pulling on you in such a way to where it's got you feeling like you divided. Okay, that Sun Libra energy, you divided, and because you are divided, you're not clear on how it is that you're going to take this step into this. And I'm telling you, the ways that you're going to take steps into this is to work on you. What do you need right now? What part of your work do you need to do with you? Right? What is not clear? What is not completely leveled out and understanding? Because again, just like I was telling, I think it was number 2 or number 1. This is your birthday portal. This is the highest magic that you have. So if you want to, when they say blow out the candle, make a wish, that wasn't fake. Okay. Yeah, this wasn't fake. You were conjuring stuff, okay, from the beginning to now. So what are you conjuring? So if you're conjuring that this is a time for you to find balance in being the thing that you know you're supposed to be now, use this birthday portal to do that. But I also understand, okay, when we draw and attract and magnetize what it is that we say that we want, the things that do not align with that we're asking for is going to leave. It has to, because it's not a part of the next level. See, that's also some of the issues and the reasons why some of us don't want to take the level up. We don't want to, because we're comfortable. We don't want to leave behind this thing that we have already married ourselves to, no matter if it's causing us pain, anguish, and sickness. We don't care. I know this thing right here. I know every day it's gonna argue and fight with me. Okay. I don't know what I am gonna be like if I got somebody who ain't doing it with me. Not saying that's your situation. I'm saying that this is the energy that sometimes get in our way of making changes because we are afraid of what's gonna happen when we do put everything into the next level, right? And some of the people and the things and the finances, right? Because that's a big thing too. There's a financial shift between one thing to the next. When I left becoming a microbiologist, it was me and my ex-husband together. We were, you hear what I'm saying? We spent a lot of money, but I was sick. I was unhappy. Okay. I was unpleased in a whole lot of different ways in my life. So me having that salary was not enough for me to stay. Now it took me a while because Mars and Pisces. Okay. I was anguish. Oh my God. Oh, it's hurting me. Oh, why this? Why that? I went through all the anguish. Okay. Until I got there. Okay. But still understanding that going along the journey of that, I recognized that some of the part was the money. Some part was I didn't want to lose my house and my car. And I lost every single thing that I had acquired from being the microbiologist. And I don't like to say, you know what, we're going to change this today on this call together. I didn't lose everything. I traded it in. I traded in everything that girl, Gigi, the microbiologist, had for the Gigi now. This is me. Okay. This is who I dream to be. Okay. The girl moving all around the country, doing all kind of stuff, living her life, teaching, educating, providing the things, building her spa treatment centers, doing all that's all I wanted to do. So I had to trade. I had to let go of people, places, and things, money, all kinds. I had to let it go. I had to release it because if I had not have, I could not be doing this today. I would not be talking to not now one of you. Okay. If I didn't say, you know what, this is killing me and I gotta let it go. So part of the healing is also admitting that you also have attachments to your old life. Okay. And that old life is also holding you hostage to your new purpose. Okay. Now, what does this energy show up? I love your birthday, girl. We just because it's your birthday. Listen, who cares about the chart? Forget the chart. It's your birthday. And because it's your birthday, every single part in your chart matters. Everything in it is lit up. Okay, so everything is lit up. Did you hear what I said? Everything is lit up in your chart. So that means you are vibranium today. Okay, you are drawing and attracting and magnetizing at a high, rapid, and a high speed. Okay, there is nothing that you cannot have, but along with that, there's things that you have to let go in order to have them. So this is not a question of is it now or later. It's a question of what are you doing with the highest magic portal that you have right now in your life? What are you doing right now with this current moment? What do you want in this current moment? And if you really do want that thing, are you willing to release all the other things attached to the stuff that you say you no longer want? Are you willing to let those things go? Because that is going to be the vibration that you're going to need to admit to yourself in order for you to recognize that, yes, the answer is it's been time. It's been time. But the universe is patient. Something we don't have. Okay. The universe is patient with you, whatever you want, but it's divine timing. And the divine timing is on your birthday today to say, yes, I am ready to step into this next level of myself. And I'm also willing to let go of the back and forth things that may get in my way as it relates to me not being able, okay, to do it before. I'm ready today. Okay. I'm ready today. Now, this energy again, I'll say a little bit too, just add into that because we are now in Venus and Sag. My love, you are Venus and Sag. So everything that I said to ma'am, okay, before, you got what I said to her times a bazillion. Okay, that's not even a number, but that's what you got. Because you have the placement, and you have a birthday. You have what we want. Can we have it? Can we have some of it? Can you share? Can you let your girl borrow a little bit? Because I can sprinkle me, because I can really use it. Okay, this Aries energy has been whooping me sideways, left ways, and up and down. Okay, so sprinkle me. But no, this is a magical time for you, my love, number 4. It's a magical time. It's a beautiful birthday year, especially with this Venus and Sag. Milk it, juice it, and what I mean is dream. Do all the things you want to do. This is a time for you to expand in all the ways that you see yourself. You know what I'm saying? Not just in the one that you asked me, but all the ways that are coming up for you. Everything that's coming up for you is coming up for you because right now the universe is lending you you got the book. You got the whatever you see this as, you got it. And it's only asking you to now make a decision. Okay, one of the things that could be troubling in your chart and your sun placement is the fact that sometimes it can get difficult for you to make a decision because you see all of it. Okay, and because you see all of you, like, ooh, which one is going to be best? And like I've said to you before, the best thing you can ever do is to make a decision and recognize that just because you make a decision don't mean that you are locked into that. Okay, you can always go back and make another decision later. You sure can. Okay, you are not locked in. No, ma'am. Not even the second you do it. The next second, you say, you know what? I changed my mind. You can change your mind. Okay, but if you never make a decision, you never make a move. And if you never make a move, you are constantly missing time and opportunities for things to just happen for you. You know what I'm saying? Again, no good or bad. It just is. Just is. Do you hear what I'm saying? But this is your magical portal. If you don't, use this energy, next year you're gonna notice the difference. Your birthday next year not gonna feel like this one. Trust me when I say this. So I know it's got some heaviness to it because it's like, wait a minute. I'm in the midst of so much change. You're in the midst of exactly what you asked for. So all I gotta do is use it. Okay. All right, my love, number 4. That's all I got. That's all I got for you. If you got any questions, if I missed anything, any extra details you want, okay, you can text me because you have my number too. Lucky you. Lucky for all you folks that's got my number to text me, okay? Text me, let me know how that was for you. Got any questions? I hope you have an amazing birthday, okay? Like, definitely use it to the highest magic that you possibly can, because when I tell you it is beautiful, okay? In all the ways in which I just said it, okay? All right, now I think I can go in and look through these chats really quick to see if anybody been saying something to me before I get off. I'm gonna get off here at 6:30. So let me go back and look through. Okay, that's the okay. Boop, 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 doo, doo, doo. Hi there. Yes. Today's Come on, 50 days of 50. Happy birthday. 50 minutes. Stay tuned. Yes, ma'am. You're doing it all. Not too upset. From the floor. Oh, toe up from the floor up. Yes, toe up from the floor up. I said what I said. Okay, I ain't taking it back. All right, come on, Jupiter. Yep. Okay, YouTube. See, it's working. It's working. Y'all, listen. I am excited about the new tools. I am not finna get into my Pisces, mood in this time about what I don't want to do. I'm finna do it. Okay. Distracting ourselves to avoid the work we need amongst ourselves. Exactly. Blessed is your feet. Every step you had done on earth is sacred, Goddess. Oh, thank you, Bola. Enlighten, upside ourselves. It's not easy. It is, exactly. Walk the walk is what we are doing, my loves. Good vibes all around you, Goddess. Thank you. My Venus is in Sag too. Yeah, I know. My Venus is in Sag. That's why I said you 5'6". You stacked up. Do you hear me? Just stacked. All right, so that was YouTube. Okay, let's go over here to IG really quick. Let's see what y'all doing. Hey, Lex. I don't know if you still here because I don't know how long. Smiley B, kiss loves. Did you pin how much you want for your readings on IG? Girl, look, I should have made you a moderator. I'll make sure we're gonna work on that thing next time. Did I miss anything? My phone was stuck. I don't know. I don't know if you missed something. I hope you didn't. Let's see. Okay, that's it. Y'all didn't really say too much to me over here. Well, thank everybody for joining on IG. And thank you for joining me on YouTube. I'm going to have fun with this. Okay. So this is a great test. I'm glad that I did it because it was fun. It was fun to see how I can operate 2 platforms and be able to, extend myself in these ways. So we are going to blow this up. We're going to have fun with this. All right. We're going to be doing some more stuff. Again, for the text line, let me give you the number really quick. So if you have not joined the text line, I would love for you guys to join us. And that way you can stay updated on everything that I am going to be doing. I'm also going to be doing like a lovers group too. Like I got some ideas. I really love, what is it? Love is Blind. I really like Love is Blind. Okay, we'll talk about it more though. We're not gonna talk about that because I don't feel like crossing platforms. But just know, text me so I can text you what it is that we're doing and what I'm talking about. The number that you're gonna text is 346 261 3745. Again, it's 346 261 3745. And you're going to text the word aligned, ALIGNED. Okay. And it's going to put you in the way you need to be. I'll see you and I'll send you some messages about, and I'm not going to, and I promise you, I'm not going to blow your text up. Okay. Unless you want me to, but I'm not going to blow your text up. Okay. Just, maybe once or twice a week when I'm doing stuff and working on stuff, I would love for you guys to join me. Okay. But this was great. I had a great time. Thank you to the ones who, answered the call today. Y'all saw the text and like, oh, that looks like fun. Come and play. So thank you guys for playing with me today. I'm not planning to come back most Fridays. Okay, I'm not gonna say every Friday, but I definitely plan to be here on Fridays, at least for a good hour to do this, to just kind of again engage and spend some time with you guys. So again, thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you guys soon. Oh yes, thank you there for all you people that's on IG. Come on over here to YouTube and subscribe, okay? Just come on over. Don't even worry about it. All you gotta do is go over there. You can type in I am living a line. You can type in Gigi Robinson, or you can type in I am Gigi Robinson, and it'll go directly to the YouTube channel, okay? I'll see you guys next week.